Come on, baby. Do something.
Oh.
Oh. Are we live?
Oh,
Are we
it's
live?
going. It's
yeah.
going. It's going.
The stream
It's
is
working.
live, I think.
live.
I don't
It's
know.
just- it's just not
so
popping up.
delayed.
Oh no.
It's working.
There's always.
That's right. I just want to see me bounce on camera at this point.
This is quite the delay. I will
I
say.
think
Alright,
that
it's
sounds
up.
like your OnlyFans counter right there.
It's up.
There it is.
Perfect. All right, so about a 30-second delay.
It's about a 30-second delay. Yeah.
Everyone in the chats,
You are
we're
live
about 30
Good.
seconds.
Oh my gosh, what's that look like on screen?
What's that?
Oh, okay, they look fine.
What?
Yeah. See, look right
They
there.
were looking a little mushy right here, but it looks
Perfect. All right. I'm going to mute this.
it looks good enough. All right.
Now we can do an intro. And everyone, you just missed our little check. You were not even in the stream, so fuck off. All right, here we go. Ready?
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, do you guys remember this one? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's the Chance the Rapper Oak City Shredfest rap. Welcome to the Oak City Tailgate, people. We got a whole crew out here. Let's go ahead and do some quick introductions, and then we're gonna start with the left side all the way over and start. Yeah, that's right.
Left.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, let's do it. Who do we got?
Hello there,
Yeah, hi.
gentlemen.
General Stoke and Joy Share Michael DeDominic. Happy to be here.
Michael DeDominic in the house.
Oak
City D-Dom on
That's D-Dom for short. I am the Oak City race director, John Brown, and go by the Floating Realtor on Instagram.
The floating realtor get a house from this man, and he'll make sure there's 37 miles of trails.
There you
Next
go.
up.
What's going on? What's going on? It's me, Josh Supremo, the festival, or I also like the executive director. That was a cool name too. That was a good one. I like that one
When you're
too.
in charge, you can make it whatever
I just
title you
make
want.
up the title, right? That's awesome. So there you go. And then now we also got.
I am Grizz, Mark Grizib. I am a writer and one-wheel enthusiast. No, I'm
Nice.
I'm also handling production, light and sound kind of stuff. Not all of live production, music and food truck, and also Friday night karaoke.
Friday night karaoke, we're gonna get to in a minute. That's gonna be a killer time.
We also got.
Someday,
Justin
love
Leonard
will
here.
find you.
Justin
Wow.
Leonard here, trick comp director and beverage director.
The best director.
The beverage director on a streamo with Supremo in a squad. Yeah,
You
excited to
stole that from me. I'm kidding.
What?
Bro, you're coming with all
might
this
be a
energy,
sticker
man.
here. Wait.
Listen, I just had some energy juice
I
and
like
some
it.
Sprite.
I like it. I don't know if I can get there.
Dude, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm
He's at his
excited.
prime right now.
We've had a lot of good things. All right. Also, we have not been. All right. So everyone who's listening, who is a typical pushback listener, just here's my public apology.
Uh-oh.
I am sorry. We have not come on the stream for like
3 weeks.
3 weeks, 2 weeks.
I thought you were gonna apologize for this guy.
We didn't announce jack shit. We've had some very, very top, uber top secret projects going on that have taken all of our time away. I promise you guys, it'll be worth it in the end. You're gonna love what we have coming, especially the things coming this summer.
I'm so stoked.
I'm absolutely stoked.
I feel like I have to go for like a run or something to get the energy.
Taylor's got
Maybe.
the runs.
You must
Yeah.
have the runs or something.
Okay.
I think some of you know about this top secret project. Some of you guys know
Back
it.
to business, though. If it's top secret, we can't go flapping our gums.
But we can't talk about it right now. Anyways, so for all of those people who look forward to our streams, I apologize. We have not been in it. We really want to make sure that we bring the quality interviews back into play. So things like our time here with these 5 wonderful gentlemen, we want to make sure that we promote the community, right? Promote the stoke of the community. And yeah, so we're restructuring some things. Bear with us. Be patient. We're not going anywhere. We still here. We hanging. More AI raps coming your way, and
Yeah.
and all the goods. But today we're here, and this is the second time around that we've got to do this. So I'm excited because the first time that we did it, it was wild. That's all we'll say.
Mhm,
It was wild.
mhm.
It's great. We only blew
Yeah, I
out
mean,
like
come on, that's
47
what Oak City
microphones.
does, baby.
Yeah.
Holding
was
the stoke-
amazing. It was
suppressing
great.
the stoke is not something we do.
No suppressing the Stokes. Slightly better microphones this
we
time.
just want to hear the stuff.
I don't know if
yeah.
it's slightly. I think it's way better than slightly
Hey,
better.
that's also
Yes.
big kudos to Mr. Markey right there. Okay, he's
Mark.
the guy behind the plan here.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hey, I love Bart Miller's comment that just came in. He said, "Look at all those squirrels trying to get a nut."
Every day.
Every day, son.
So, Oak City Squad. Let's start off with. I don't want to come full energy yet as far as news goes, but what would you say the first incremental change since last year that everyone is going to adore is?
Ooh, what do you think?
Oh, dude. So there is so much to unpack with this. Let's just say Float Track 2.0. If you haven't seen it, we have our fellow squirrels hadn't seen it in a month, 2 months. They're like, this is completely different. So any Float Track you know, remember, have great memories of, this new iteration is leaps and bounds. I mean, it is so crazy compared to what it used to be. Not like
Now, is this-
extreme crazy, but just enjoyment crazy.
So it was good before, and you're saying it's better.
Yeah,
now.
it was good
Yeah.
and 5 foot wide before. It's about 9 foot wide, 8 foot wide now, with more features, more consistent features, and we got a sweet squirrel's nest drop gate, guys. I mean, come on, 4.5 foot
Nice.
tall, and you're just dropping on a 45.
So is this
degree
one
angle.
of is this you guys submitted some videos to us? Is this one of the videos that I have here, like some cell phone footage where we can watch through this together?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Some from
All right.
last week, we were taking some videos and sent your way.
Beautiful. So let's check it out. Let's take a look at Float Track 2.0. Is that what we're calling it? Float Track 2.0.
Flow Track 2.0. That
I
sounds
mean,
like hey, shoot, I love it.
Let's,
Yeah.
we're,
All right.
You know, we're just gonna own it. Let's go.
Let's own it. All right. So let's check this out.
Oh, this is qualifier.
Oh,
lap.
No, this is
No, this is
Qualifier
qualifier. So
lap.
go back
Alright.
to where you see the big wood drop off. That
Okay,
is
let's
the
see
float
here.
track. The
Let's see if I can-
qualifier is a pretty well kept secret that we're gonna unbox here.
We just unboxed.
There we
it.
go.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is the squirrel's nest right
That
there.
is the
All right.
squirrel's nest.
We ready?
So what you're
Let's take a
seeing
look
right
at
now,
this.
that's the squirrel's nest with the drop gate.
They've got video of Mark doing the test.
All right, so you drop down and then you come over the first hill. Boom, big hill.
Optional.
We also have a new drop off that you couldn't even tell because we're going 50 miles an hour. Is this Kenzie?
No
Yeah.
big berm there anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
it's-
There's a
Moving
huge
house.
tabletop. Okay, this is not a one wheel. This is
Yeah,
a
this is
huge.
easy.
It's coming up to
Easy.
turn
We have-
berm.
we have
It's
a-
This
bigger.
is Turn Berm 2.0.
We have a new turn.
That's
berm.
my smart car.
That was really fast. That was Kenzie. Okay.
Yeah, that was
so,
Kenzie crushing
Hold
it
on a
right there.
So that was
Hold
kind
on.
of.
Hold on.
That was crazy.
Let me come back here.
Sorry,
I know.
guys.
We
Welcome-
need, like, a
welcome to-
normal
to-
speed video.
Yeah, we
flipping
need a
keynotes
human
here.
doing it.
All right,
There we
so-
go. There we go.
Okay,
as you can
so
see- yeah, go
so
ahead,
this
go back.
part of the track is all new right here. Turn berm, that's 30 feet closer and a lot better made. We're gonna go up the
Better
uphill. There
drainage.
used to be a bridge right here that we cleared out the drainage, and now it's just a straight shot.
Fly.
Now we have the Bodie Bart Miller area
Nope.
that's
nope.
right here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
You gotta
sick.
talk 50 feet in front, and then a
Yeah.
huge drop off, a huge drop right there,
Little
a
drop.
lip, and then
There's a beeline.
you're back at the squirrel's nest.
Sick.
She did that like what, 30
That was
seconds.
like 20
So that was
So-
just loop one.
So a one-wheeler will do that in 45 seconds or so. We also have
Okay.
loop 2, which is going to be
Okay.
incorporated, which I don't know if we sent any video about.
Yeah, not like that. It's in the drone
Yeah.
footage.
Yeah, there's some good drone footage out.
Got it.
do they
Okay.
have that?
Sick. So
Okay. So
I don't. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna come back in here. So, am I gonna? Am I back on screen? Are we back on? There. Swap it out. Beautiful.
there
Okay.
you go. This is pretty faces.
So,
The right video.
so that was dude. That's intense looking. It looks like you can get some serious speed because that was what I mean that was an EUC ripping through there.
Well,
pretty quick.
that was Kinsey. She also won Amped Electric Games in the EUC, so it's not really a fair comparison to the
Yeah.
one-wheel world. But yeah, so basically
84 volt.
from last year, the Float Track Loop 1 has what, 3 more features,
Mhm.
and a big thing that I took whenever I was took on the role of being a race director is the Float Track from years past. It would always change, right? It was a sand-based track, and from Friday when people started riding to Sunday, it was a completely different track. Or if we got a little rain, it would change.
Yeah.
A big thing I want to do is I want to keep it consistent. So if you ran a 45-second lap on Thursday, the start of the festival, and then on Sunday you ran it again, you're probably going to be about a 45-second lap. It's not going to change that much. We've done a lot with like conditioning the soil, tamping it down, and making it a lot more resilient so it can like have hundreds more riders than it's ever had before and just stay awesome.
Sick. Okay, awesome.
And
then
to say like, I'd say like it's gotten smoother and cindier, and I think you can do it all together like faster than before. But there's still like sketch. Like it's not there's some drainage that we allow to go over in places that just creates a little bit of chaos and fun, a la Bentonville, a la Let It Ride, but they're short and sweet, and you get around them, and then you just boost speed, and then you hit this fun ass feature.
Yeah, and the float track is obviously it's a super high level professional race track, but it's also a stoke track. So every one of our major features, the big hill, the big tabletop, they all have a beeline where any rider of any skill can go around. So we want everyone to be able to just enjoy the float track, like what it's meant to do. That's also why we're not doing qualifying on the float track this year. We're doing qualifying on a whole nother level, a specially made trail that was myself and Justin over there were the architects of. We designed how we want that trail to flow. So it allows the float track, to stay open the whole Friday and in half of a Saturday, and just to have fun.
And it gets ridden and shapen by like our one wheel community. And then, we'll put a little polish on it before the finals, but that's it. Yeah.
amazing. So from the looks of it, right? Like we've made some really big improvements for one, we'll say space, right? And usability, like for everyone that comes into
yes,
Shredfest.
and spectators as well. That's been a sticking point, Shredfest of the past, where the infield within the first loop of float track, it's been really overgrown and things like that. It's been hard for spectators to really see. Not only have we cleaned out the whole infield, we've actually added spectator stands, if you will. They're tricks, they're berms and jumps in the infield for when we're just having fun. But during the race, people are going to be able to stand up on those. And that's a 3-foot, 4-foot high thing you can stand on and have, 15, 20 people just stand there and look.
And the bus will be back.
Right. Oh, yeah. And the Virginia boys are coming back in their bus. Yeah. So we're going to have basically
shout out.
Last year, let's say we had 100 primo spots to view the race. This year, we're going to have 300 or 400 people being able to actually see the race. So
That's awesome.
Very cool. So now what about the stream this year? What's going on with that?
Well.
That is exciting.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Amped Electric Games, we've partnered with them. So the production level is just going to go through the roof. So I'm sure you guys have some things to say about this too.
I can add a little bit. Just like cold hard facts real quick. We're going to have 12 camera operators. Those cameras are going to be connected via fiber
to
a broadcast suite. Big switcher. Like it's a serious production, and it's
the
people who work
real
together
deal
all the time doing this.
So last year we had a guy show up. He was well versed in streaming and things, but he showed up day of. He set up. He did his job, and it worked out really well. Seth is so excited. He literally flew himself out and 2 other guys last weekend just to view the site, check the bandwidth, do their due diligence, conduct interviews and things. Like it just the production level, this is going to be unlike any one-wheel event that has really ever happened.
Bro, they're coming early to do tech rehearsals.
Yeah, Race to the Rail had a good budget, and it was very cool. I think Oak City Shredfest, just with the conglomeration of all the people, all the skill sets, it's going to be something to watch. It's going to be crazy.
I think the amped element is going to be one thing that elevates it a lot this year.
Yeah.
Are we not going to have a giant ramp, right?
Yes.
We're having a giant ramp and an
With
airbag.
That's the trick. And Justin's going to talk about that here shortly. Yeah.
Okay, I'm stealing thunder. My bad.
Yeah, but on the production side, on the the live stream aspect of all of it, it really is just going to take up to another level with also the commentating is going to be not only myself commentating, but you're also going to have Bart Miller as well as Seth Johnson from Amped Electric Games. So it's just going to have so many these people that are really stoked about this this community, as well as this whole sport. So we're really excited about doing this.
And throughout the live stream, there's gonna be cameos with Bodie, myself. I'll probably pop in. I mean, it's just, yeah. To say it's another level is kind of an understatement. I mean, it's gonna be like you've never seen it before.
Yeah. Now, have you guys? I'm just curious. Have you talked with Bodie since the collarbone break?
He's gonna wear a Vanna White dress, I think.
Yes. Bodie is. But I think you shout out. So there's a GoFundMe, everybody. If there's a link I know on our Facebook page
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So there's a GoFundMe out there for Bodie who got hurt in the last race. It's just his collarbone. I just spoke to him. Actually, that was him texting just a second ago. That, like, I'm just joking.
Whoa, he's sending those pictures.
Just kidding. So they, so Bodie is doing just fine. He's excited. I think he's waiting on surgery that's supposed to happen very shortly, and then he will be driving out, doing the traditional, not the traditional, but the planned tour coming out. He won't be able
Canceled
to
the
ride as much.
drop-ins. Canceled the
He
drop-ins.
canceled the drop-ins.
Yeah, between. I
Okay.
did see that officially.
Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so he's still coming out to Oak City, and so the positive of that is he will not, or he'll still be here to do what we talked about in terms of the commentating, but he will not be racing. So that's the sad part. He will also won't be competing in the trick comp, but that means nobody's competing against Bodie Harrison. So
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, he win like all the trophies.
Let's talk about the trick comp for a second. On the trick comp, so you brought up a great point of people, maybe seeing some riders out there and being intimidated to compete in the trick comp. Well, this year we're going to have classes, so we will have men's pro, men's amateur, women's legends, and groms. So there's going to be a totally different format this year. I'll wait for the event to reveal that, but it's going to be really exciting. We're also going to have qualifiers for that on Friday this year. So that'll be like an hour jam sesh. Everybody's having fun, and the judges are kind of making their baseline.
Beautiful.
assessment.
Speaking of the Stoke Park and everything, right? So what changes, like what kind of updates have been made to the Stoke Park area this year that's going to be a little bit of hype for people?
Yeah, the general layout.
Give it to him.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll have everything we had last year. Shout out to Electric Stoke for everything that they helped provide, as well as Justin Thompson with Float Life Fest. He brings the Fresh Park ramps. So we'll have those again this year. And we've also been acquiring just various ramps and features. I had a guy post on Reddit last week that was this awesome quarter pipe that he hand built himself. He just put it at the end of his driveway. I was like, hey, come get it. I was able to arrange a delivery of that, so that's exciting. Electric Stoke is also making some more stuff for us this year.
Oak City special.
Yep. So you'll have to come and see what that is and experience it for yourself. But it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So.
and then Greg.
Oh, and yes, I have to give a huge shout out to Greg
here.
Wells.
Let's go, Greg. We know you're
Yes,
watching.
He is the man. He is bringing Pandora's Box. If you don't know what Pandora's
He's
Box
making
is,
it on site.
check
He's
him
not
out.
bringing anything.
Well,
This
he's-
dude is
he's-
making
yeah,
Oak City
yeah.
Pandora's
So he's
box.
bringing some of the key components and then sourcing some of the other wood here, and he's showing up early and is gonna build it, and he is going to share his experiences with that through his clinics and stuff. He's also been helping me on the kind of back end side of organizing the format of the trick comp. He comes from the skateboarding background and has watched that competition evolve, and really he has some amazing ideas. So the format this year is going to be awesome, and huge shout out to him. He's really helping evolve the sport in that way.
Beautiful. So for the lay of the land, when we're talking about where Stoke Park is, right? Also, vendors are up in that same area, right? So as far as conglomeration of people being able to see or come check out booths and whatnot, and while the comp's going, all that's in the same area now, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's another big change we're making this year. The past 2 years, the vendor village has kind of been down by the lake stage, which was great, but we've outgrown that area, to be honest. And so Stoke Park will be in the same place it was last year, but then Vendor Village will be around that. And then camping's all around that. Amped Electric Games, like we said, is bringing the jump bag, so that'll kind of be in the mix there.
Hey, what's a jump bag?
It's-
What's a jump bag?
Explain it.
I don't know, man. I heard it's cool
I've
there.
never hit
Shimmy
one,
did it.
so I wish I could explain the experience of hitting one. But you guys
excited
know
to
the
see
Yeah,
dimensions,
so
the specs.
I think it's a 40-foot jump bag, and what it is it's got it's an airbag that has a hard top to it. I wish I'd sent a video to this. And what the idea is that it's got a solid flat top that will stay. So when you land on it, it's not gonna dip in, but what it'll do is it'll give when you
Crash
land.
on it.
Right,
You're
if you
not
crash
gonna
on it, you're gonna well, I mean, you still might hurt yourself, but you're not gonna die. Hopefully, let's play it. Let's knock on wood.
Yeah.
But
it
um,
kind of like
That's the risk,
deflates
yeah.
each time.
It's like
a little bit.
deflating
yeah, so it's
gravity.
gonna take in that
So, like,
It
It
rapid
absorbs energy.
stopping.
So
Yeah.
have you seen like a Red Bull like major
Yes.
motocross thing, like the thing they land on?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same idea. Same idea. Exactly. Yeah.
Thank Red Bull for these kinds of advances.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
So is the camping going to be in the same area as it was last time?
Correct.
I mean, like,
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
The
and
field,
then
I think, is like 45 or 50 acres or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good sized
Yeah, it was-
field. It's not like,
yeah.
you know, like you're going to be 20 feet away. You know, you're going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
I mean, even last year, like, I mean, you were looking at the drone shots. I mean, it was when you were in the field, it might have felt like, oh my gosh, it was really packed, but there was still so much space. It was so much.
Dog-legged field.
Yeah, we didn't even. Yeah, it was ridiculous, and we kept
the
thinking we were
room
gonna.
for expansion this year, next year, the following years is just huge.
so from the beverage director, what kind of food and beverage trucks are going to be there?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mark.
That's me.
Mark will talk
Oh,
about
that's you,
food, and then
okay.
I'll hit on beverage.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, so at any given time, we're going to have about 4 food trucks, if not like 5 or 6, because we've got a few specialty trucks. You know, we've got a like a coffee and energy drink truck all day, every day. We've got a food truck that's an awesome mix of Puerto Rican and Italian called Roma Rican. And
That's a
they're going to
blend.
be there all 24 hours, the whole thing, because they live nearby and can constantly keep themselves stocked on site. We've got, we're making sure that some of our vendors have vegetarian dishes. We've got it covered. I don't want to give anything away, but
Beautiful. Not
But-
giving anything away, but fully understanding, like, and we're playing a comparison game, right? For the people that showed up last year to this year, like the amount of better Stoke experience they're going to be able to have this year. Like, there's going to be some options. We're going to say that. There's going to
Yeah.
be some options.
And it was
we should
awesome
have
last
shorter
year,
lines of
but
trucks,
this year
too.
is going to be sweet.
yeah, I think it's going to be really great. I mean, I'll leave you with pierogies and
Mm.
desserts.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be fat all weekend. I love it. All right.
Mm.
Perfect.
So let's talk beverage now.
And yeah, on the beverage side,
Beverage.
yes. So we will have basically a bar, a beer tent, at Stoke Park and in the center of Float Track. So music will be with that. It is awesome. We have partnered up with 3 local breweries. The first being Raleigh Brewing Company, which is where we're doing the Star Wars ride on Thursday. If you're
Sick.
not aware
The
of that.
Star Wars ride.
May the
So-
fourth.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Exactly. So we will be starting there. We will also have some of their beer on tap, as well as R&D Brewing. They're giving us some beer and some seltzers as well. And then Lone Rider Brewing, Ales for Outlaws. I love that slogan.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll have jockey box system, so it'll all be draft beer, compostable cups. Reuse your cup if you can. Help us save, plastic waste. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. That'll be operating actually at 10 a.m. So starting a little early for those that like to start early.
Hey, you can't
and
drink
then-
all day unless you start in the morning.
That's true. That's
Okay.
a fact.
You know,
That's
you
a
gotta,
fact. You gotta wake and get to
that'll
it.
be running from 10 a.m. until midnight. So we'll have
Damn.
and we'll have beer at both the Stoke Park and the float track, right? So
Sweet.
you're not gonna have to leave your favorite area to go get a cold one.
to go
Not
get
a
your
lot of
favorite
running. Yep.
beverage.
Yeah,
And
also,
kombucha,
yeah,
yeah.
for those that don't drink alcohol, right? Not everybody drinks.
We got some dope local
Yeah,
kombucha.
we have some awesome kombucha, Tribucha kombucha.
Oh,
if they're
beautiful.
a
Some
local
booch.
Raleigh-
Some booch
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with it.
Yeah, some really good flavors. So we'll have cans of that as well as water and stuff like that for hydration purposes.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Now, let's talk about this, because obviously this is a PEV fest, which means electric is a part of it. What are we looking like for charge stations?
Access to electricity. Yeah.
Ooh, power's always a question, right? It's like it is probably the #1 email that I get every day.
I mean, it's kind of
Is-
like it's like our fuel,
Right.
You know? We
But
kind of get it.
So we have power all around the lake. That has been there now 3 years in a row. But we also now have over 800 amps of power on the field area and for trick comp area. So we'll be setting that up for power stations as well. And then getting generators over at Flow Track as well, just to have power there. But just so everybody knows, just going to say it now for anybody that's listening. You got more power than last year, but you also during the race and all that race and media take precedent on Flow Track, as well as the racers take precedent on Flow Track. But other than that,
Yeah.
you'll have no problem with power.
And the flow track's going to have a dedicated generator. However, at the racing on Saturday, I think it's 12 to 4, but let's call it 11 to 5. The generator is going to be specifically for production and racers charging.
Right.
Okay, but no one else is going to be riding anyway because they're going to be watching all the pros go.
Right. And it's not even to say like now that you've got that all extra up at Stoke Park for power. I mean, like you got quite a bit of extra, and it's not that far to the park to be like, just go charge a board and come walk over or whatever.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
exactly.
probably double.
Yeah.
Would you say double from last year or more? I mean,
Double.
And also, since there's not as much going on at like the lake side area, there is charging down there, right? There is charging down there.
Gotta come
What
chill.
else?
Yeah, the main stage is going to be a chill charging area, right?
Chill and
That's gonna be
charge,
like-
baby.
That's going to be like the living room. This.
So what's what about
Karaoke is
the
going to be on there, and we're going to try to have everybody on stage like a powwow. So like it's just going to be kind of a chill spot.
what's the general music lineup for the stage? Is that a thing this year?
Yeah, what
Do
do
you
we
have anybody
what do you
lined
guys
up?
have for tunes this year?
Good. Oh,
I just
go ahead,
like this
music.
mic.
Go ahead, music.
That might make me see like I don't know. It's just weird.
So music this
You
year.
don't like big
we
you don't
have-
like big tubes in front of your face?
No, I was in the army. There was enough of that. Okay, we're good. I'm a civilian now. We don't have to worry about it.
I wanted something to be able
I
to.
hate that I can relate. I hate that I can relate.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello.
So
all right.
live music, he's gonna touch on that. However, I know that we're gonna have DJs around the float track near the beers, as well as around Stoke Park. So we're not gonna be quite as band focused as we've been years past, but we're gonna be more DJ focused. So you can take it
if you're a
from that.
DJ and you're coming to Oak City Shred Fest, hit us up.
Oh,
You know,
dude,
we want it-
we're
we
all
want it to be
for
a
some open
community
mic time.
involved as
Yeah,
possible.
and if you want to bring your equipment,
Don't look at me.
I'm looking at you.
I got enough shit to
I'm
do while I'm
looking
down
at
there.
you.
Don't
bring what you play.
don't look at me.
Bro,
Don't look at me.
Dude, I know where your setup is. Come on now.
DJ setups just happening on the fly, and providing like a platform, a literal platform for those people to share their talents. That's kind of what
Sick.
we're going for. We have people to fill in the spots, but we can always use more people.
So
I actually have a good question from our friend Opal, whose last name I can't pronounce. You see that?
That's what
Teach
I
me
was-
that.
Oh my
goodness. Opal says shower
Opal?
situation. Just curious on how to accommodate shower and bathroom situation for over 400 people.
So we have all of the porta potties that we've had from the past in the years past, as well as the showers that currently exist. We were hoping to get some more showers this year, but due to environmental concerns, we weren't be able to add on any more showers this year. So hopefully that will be able to change this next year. But we
people didn't know about though.
right, people just didn't even know about the showers. And that's so-
Signage is important.
Well,
this year.
to that point, so we're doing a few things to fix that. Yes, we may not have more showers on site. However, we're doing Oak City orientation this Saturday, where we're going to take around all the squirrels, everyone that helps out build this track, and we're going to show them areas, showers, bathrooms that they may not have known about. So us as an organization are going to be more educated to help all the guests and attendees, as well as I was going somewhere and I lost it.
I think one thing
Showers.
is like the land is a lot bigger than a lot of people realize.
Right.
You know, people don't make it around over to the yurts and like understand that there's so much back there. Like they go to the bathroom and they feel weird about it because they don't know who's staying in the yurts, but really it's like pretty much all of us.
Right.
And
Right. But the only problem is it's low on the amount of septic that's over there is limited. So that's why that's on restriction.
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing that I have to add on to this, in terms of the size of the property, is that we do have miles and miles of trails that have been built thanks to the Virginia crew. Shout out to them; they've come out and done an amazing job. Now you can ride. You can actually now circumnavigate the entire lake through trails, which is just fantastic. So you're now can ride really the entire property, but that does not mean that we are still allowed to go next door. Those are equestrian trails. So as much as everybody loves the idea of how beautiful those trails are, they're beautiful because people take really good care of them because they use their horses on them. And when you're coming into into Oak City Shred Fest or coming out to Float Track, you can see the horses to your left as you're coming in, and some of them are beautiful. One of them is this beautiful white horse. It's gorgeous. And they literally live there all the time. And so they fucking hate you. So did. So
My job is just to like mess him up. That's it.
so anyways, they the equestrian trails. So we've
Sorry,
got to
keep
stay
going
off.
on about the horses.
We have got to stay off of Salamander Trail as much as I know. There's some videos of that. You've got to stay off for Salamander Trail, and we have to stay off of. I think it's called Lower Trail, like the other one. But there's a map.
Clearly marked.
Here's the question: do you have them properly marked?
Yeah, we're gonna have it marked off on the one spot that you will actually be able to, like, if you, again, the only time you would even be over there would be going on the Sneers greatest ride ever, which is the largest ride on Friday, and then you're gonna be escorted back there to get to the Greenway, and then there may be 9 miles of trails over there as well. That are not on TLC property.
Yeah,
Maybe.
So let's talk about that.
Maybe.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. It is. I know.
We
We're
can talk
joking.
about
We're
this,
joking.
yeah.
I'm joking.
So those trails are not on the property that we're not allowed on, right? They're on City of Clayton property, but the entrance to get to them kind of juts off of the first maybe quarter mile of Salamander Loop. So it's really hard to coordinate, like, hey, go on just a quarter mile of this amazing trail and then turn, right? But also another one is our current range capabilities, right? Like once you get there, you're pretty low on battery and you can't really rip the whole thing like you want and get home. Like I've carried my board back to the campground several times like that. But there will be more information posted as far as don't go here kind of thing. So.
Perfect.
I am trying.
familiar, right?
I am trying not to carry my board this year.
So
2 miles.
3 miles.
3 miles.
Don't
of-
take that mile away
yeah,
from me.
So
Now-
Mikey can kind of. I feel like we like missed a step, so maybe he can like bring it in for people that may have not been. to
Yeah,
Shred
no,
Fest.
there's a little bit of tribal knowledge here where there's some adjacent trails, and we're trying to be courteous.
Wait, is this the public? Has this been cleared? We can.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, Mark's busting nuts here from the squirrel.
Squirrel-
that he is.
squirrel reference.
Squirrel jokes. No, so for those of you who might not be as aware of what we're all referring to, there is adjacent trails to where we're holding Oak City Shred Fest. There's lots of accessible trails that are awesome, and they've been better than ever, and lots of people worked really hard on them on property. So hear us. There's more than there was last time, even on property, but what we're kind of jumping into here is trails adjacent to the event.
Yes.
Some people are familiar with them, other people aren't. There are some of those trails typically in maps that you might find on the internet. They're highlighted in the purple, the Clayton. Purple is okay. So if you're looking at maps,
Where would someone go to find those?
TLC.com.
TLC.com. Yeah, those are on city property. Just be cautious about accessing those, and then we also will be more intentional about signage over there as well. So we just want to be respectful.
Awesome.
People are caring for this property, and we want to have good neighbors. End of story.
all good
so
vibes.
We appreciate
all good vibes.
all good vibes.
There was an earlier question that I wanted to touch on, probably a quick answer. Someone asked if there any word on when we will see the shirt design that comes with the early bird tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can post that.
We
soon.
post that. We post that soon. It basically it's very cool. It's the same as what we basically did last year in terms of.
I've seen it. I'm really excited about it. I mean, we've never
Yeah,
had a bad
I've seen it.
design personally, so I'm not too worried.
Absolutely. Whoever posts that, DM me and I'll send it to you. Absolutely.
You know,
Perfect.
I've
Yeah,
also seen,
I think that was
like,
Brandosaurus.
Brand.
Brandosaurus. Make sure you hit up Oak City Supremo, and he will shout that to you.
Come on, I'll send it to you. Over. Absolutely.
You know, I think I saw a secret, TFL collab.
there's so
I
many
think
Oh,
I saw a secret Def
I didn't-
Punks collab.
I heard we even have a Pushback Army collab going.
No.
I may have seen
Jesus, man. Loose
Loose
lips sink
Come on,
ships,
so
dude.
Can we get a skull with an acorn?
Just
helmet?
admonish me. I don't know. No, okay. So a couple things I want to talk about. I'll let you stick with your schedule, but we want to talk about the enduro race as well
Yeah.
and the loop too. But we'll continue on. Just we won't forget.
Awesome.
You're good. Actually, we're all open to ears and everything. I've just got normal questions for you guys, right? Biggest like elephant in the room, right? It's a race for the rail official like qualifier, right? But how many Fokkers are we building?
Okay, so okay.
This is all John right now.
Yeah,
Shot
this is
picture.
pretty much all. I mean, I got my VESC in my
You've been building
truck.
a VESC, Mark.
Let's
I
go.
know, I know.
So John Brown's got like the big dog. Well, I guess not the big dog on canvas because Alex beat me. So I got the 84 volt VESC.
What does that mean, John?
Is a beast.
What is it?
Whoever's watching Pushback knows what a VESC is. I do not need to explain it.
You know what the 84 volt baby is.
They're familiar with
84 higher than 63.
Yeah.
It go better.
Beautiful.
VESC is a completely
It go
custom
faster.
It
So-
go faster. More horsepower.
So check this out, and I want to make sure we talk about this because I was literally on the phone with somebody talking about this before we came. I know I've told you about this a little bit, Supremo, but we are going to be doing it's in partnership with Makers PEV. There is a Makers PEV pushback collaboration video happening where we are going to be doing a live time FM free build.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
At the booth, we're going to be building it. We're going to let people do some demo on it, and this is a FM free parts board that you will be able to test and see of its beauty. We've got
Hey,
all the
board is
parts.
completely FM free
If
parts.
you
except
if you
for
want to
battery
do
box.
if you want to do an XR conversion, let me know.
Yeah.
Well, like
Okay.
I got a board.
yeah, so I have an
And all the
almost
parts.
FM free board. I just like
What's the last
battery-
part?
The battery box.
Okay.
Because
You
the
you don't
torque
have the
box-
sensor or anything? What do you got? What's your setup?
I'm using the V3.
Carlos V3.
So yeah, the Carlos V3, which
That's
we
the-
shall not talk about. So
The
so
who what?
yeah, the torque box. I'm not sold about, right? Because you have to use their specific
really-
bumper.
You really don't have to. You can actually Jake modified why am I blanking? Butter bumper.
Bang?
You can all it is a little bit of a cutout in it. You can modify the
Yeah.
butter bumpers. I don't know about bangs. That's
Well, you can. You just need a router and literally to route out the inside of them. So no, I've been
Even though our
lazy. I
CNC
had
guy.
my second kid like 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago. So
Congratulations.
I've been a
Congrats.
little thanks, but I've been a little lazy on
He's a
that
little
part.
cutie. He's a little cutie pie.
we got a
Just
John
like
we
his
got
dad.
we got a John Brown Jr. It's pretty cool.
I can
All
send him
right.
a picture of your kid with.
Hey,
your beard.
sideways comment. It said, "Can't wait for the pushback FFM board." No, it's FMF. Make sure you get that right. Future motion free. Future motion free. That's
We don't
it.
want to get sued.
It's future motion free. That's it.
Same,
Listen,
same,
I've
but
got no
different.
problem with it, but all the parts are there now, and we want to show people this is like a very viable thing. Do you have the right parts and resources? We want to show people it does work, and it works
Viable,
phenomenal.
affordable, possible.
I gotta say, as somebody who's kept my head in it, as someone who has all the parts, hasn't put it together. I mean, I was waiting on a better controller box myself. I didn't like the idea of the way the lid mount closes.
And then I'm done.
Too OCD to just
Yeah, yeah.
blindly smash something together. Love those guys. It just wasn't for me. But as somebody who's been in the orbit super hard for a while, I have to say, within the past couple weeks,
He's
since
been in the
these two
orbit
84
so hard,
volts
guys.
got their
So
stuff
hard.
out in, like, I'm like almost emotional about it. It's so good, guys.
I mean,
It's
like-
so
It's like the jump from
It-
the XR to the GT,
yeah.
from a GT to
Yeah.
this.
Well, okay.
I think there was like the state of VESC meeting at Bentonville, and everything else going on. It was like a month later, everything just started rapidly accelerating. And
It has
everybody
improved
behind VESC.
So-
my
is
life.
amazing.
So this is a little aside, but it's kind of really funny, and I'm glad. Otherwise, I wouldn't say it if Justin wasn't here. Go ahead and give this guy the mic. So I was on my 84 volt disc, and we were doing our Greenway ride on Tuesday nights. Every Tuesday night we do it. It's a great ride. It's really fast.
Shout out to Joe.
Shout out to Joe, proprietor of the
Joe.
Joasis. He's a beast. If you show up early for Shredfest on Tuesday, you will go on
The
that
ride
ride.
is super fun.
It's beautiful.
It's really beautiful. You'll love it.
So,
Beautiful.
anyway, you're on the Greenway. There's this really nice open stretch where you can stretch your legs. And Justin is absolutely a better rider than myself.
This is where you
And
went like 30.
Every situation. I mean, he's just better. Well, we're riding, and he's like, I don't know. Is the VESC really that good? And I was like, all right, well, do you want to do a race? He's like, yeah, sure. I was like, well, right here. He's like, okay, go. Like, it was like 150 feet. He's like, okay, I get it. And then immediately, like the stop sign, we swapped boards, and then you took it up the hill.
Yeah. That was the moment I've been waiting for with VESC, because a VESC with a stock XR battery is significantly more powerful, but that next evolution of power, coming from a Clydesdale dude, I need that power. I want it. I crave it. I'm jealous of these people that are literally 100 pounds and half my weight, right? It's like they're riding with two people. But that moment was what I was waiting for, because I was waiting for the 84-volt battery, which is kind of hard to get. There's not really anyone selling them.
Yeah, I had to
Some people
build
make
now.
them.
I had to build it
Exactly.
myself,
Right,
not
right.
advertising, not doing it for
Right,
money.
exactly. So that moment was just the VESC moment I was waiting
Yeah.
for.
So we're trying to organize. It hasn't really been published yet, but we're trying to organize some sort of a Makers PEV VESC talk,
As
or
another
like
state
a
of
TED
VESC.
talk or
Yeah.
something.
It's-
Just to show people that are like might be dipping their toe in.
Are you
be
talking?
like,
Are you talking
"Yo,
about at Oak City? Or are you talking separate?
Yeah,
This is at the
Shredfest.
Shredfest. Yes,
So
sir.
check it out at the Shredfest. We can help make that happen. Maybe in some type of tandem at the time when we're actually doing the build.
Love it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's
If
do
y'all
it.
if y'all are gonna do a build,
That's happening at Shredfest.
that's
Wait a
happening
minute.
at Shredfest.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we also need to do the pod. We've been saying doing this podcast. I think we need to do the podcast on Wednesday, bro. I think you guys got to get down here on Wednesday.
I'm gonna
do
do
the
my
podcast
best.
on stage.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's
I
easy
got
peasy.
so I bought an old school '96 Dodge B2500 conversion vans that I'm like trying to load up and get everything packed up for down there this year. Obviously, I still got my 3 kids with me, so
Can
and
we have a band come in?
Is it diesel or
Yeah.
gas? Because
it's gas, man.
okay. Hope you make it. We're good.
5.2 liter engine. It's
It's a Dodge.
25.
John Brown.
I'm sorry.
check it out though. It's got
turn it off
72,000.
sometime.
I picked it up. It has 72,000 OG miles on it, and this thing's only had like
Oh.
one owner. So I got all the parts and everything, fixed everything up, and she's fresh. She's
That's
ready
gonna
to
be
rip.
beautiful. Okay, never mind. No, I'd like 200K. That's whenever they turn.
I want to
into
see that
paper
rack
rates.
in Pushback. That sounds like it's gonna
Right.
be
I know,
fun.
right?
These guys have some visual, finesse.
The Stoke
here, so-
Mobile, baby.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
that's
got to
amazing.
ask John Brown a question real quick.
This is loaded.
Has any 84-volt VESC in Oak City, with as fast and hard as we ride, has any of them hit 80% duty?
Oh no. My board I think is 35 miles an hour lifetime, and I've not hit 80. I think it was 82, but it was for a second. We've never hit pushback yet on it. Like
insane.
The range is
so
what's
Justin
surprising.
just after we did that little race, and he's like, all right, cool. He like went up a hill. I think he hit like 27 miles an hour. And he's like, I never even hit pushback. Yeah, it's kind of silly.
I was a hard skeptic of his board at first when a lot of people loved it, and I felt some stuff in it the way I kind of ride. And then the other night, last week or something, he let me have it when we were on a group ride downtown, really curvy fun. And
Yeah.
good Lord.
It's gonna be good.
Like,
It is a
so
phenomenal
smooth
year
now,
for it.
it's so comfortable, you can just book it.
Yeah,
all I'm gonna say is I don't want to completely sidetrack this like on a VESC conversation, but
No,
like
no, fair.
it's
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Best seems to be doing
Okay,
that
so-
in every way.
So
Hey, but-
back to the conversation at hand with the racing and the classes. So another thing that people that may have been a part of a Shredfest in the past will remember is there were very few categories or ways to win, right? So now this year we've incorporated 7 classes for
And
the
8 participation trophies.
is it
Plus
7?
participation trophy.
Okay, 5. It's 5
I
classes.
want my
think,
participation
for the
trophy.
float track. So we have not
That's
only
not
the
including
ORL
the
sanctioned,
culture.
right? Pro, men's, women's, legends. We have open, so we're allowing VESC to go along with that. Groms aren't ORL, are they?
No, GARMs are not ORL. It's
No,
only.
Groms are just
yeah,
open.
around
So
there.
then we have open, which will allow VESCs, allow any board. So it's just a run what you brung, old school kind of race.
Rewheel GT, whatever.
Rewheel GT, anything you want,
would
and the
introduce
open category, and that's going to be men's, women's, legendaries, Groms.
Okay.
So maybe you're like a good rider, maybe you're the best of your club, but you may not stack up to pro status. Well, then join the open class, maybe see what you can do. It'll be a lot more trophies given. I think we have our guy Jason Stone is making the coolest trophies you've ever seen. Some of them glow in the dark, guys. It's gonna be insane.
Only if you come to the Star Wars ride, but yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that Star Wars ride. So we're doing 69 trophies.
That's some
I
Oak
mean-
City meta right there.
Yeah.
Be
Jason's
60.
So yes,
Jason.
420
the
trophies.
bearded Piper.
They're so cool too.
Let's also tell them about the due diligence that we're doing for ORL.
Oh,
Let-
yeah,
'cause
absolutely.
Let's not beat around the bush. We will exist, and it didn't exist when ORL was creating these rules, right? So we've got to make sure that this race is fair on the ORL side. So
Yeah,
John,
so Oak City, so like again, we as a community, we are there to spread the stoke and try and make everything fair and as fun as possible. So for the ORL category, okay, you may be running a re-wheel GT. We're actually having like an amnesty where we have a gentleman, he's a race official named Alex Monoman. Probably messed it up, sorry buddy. Manunin? I don't even know. No, whatever.
Everyone cares. We love you, bro.
We love him
love
so
Alex.
much. He is the re-wheel freaking phenom.
He's awesome.
So he is going to be doing a re-wheel amnesty. So if you want to compete in the ORL category, the pro, the race for the rail category, he will actually un-re-wheel your board, let you race, do everything, and then we can re-wheel your board. I had a good pause. That was a good pause. And then we can actually re-wheel it, so that way you can go about and ride it however you want to ride it.
That also means that we'll be certifying that all boards are not re-wheeled.
Exactly. Yeah.
Correct. So yes, if you're racing in the ORL category, you must adhere to the ORL standard, right? It must be stock FM firmware, controller, motor. You can have a new battery, you can have grip pad, and you can have rails.
Correct.
I believe. Yep. I don't have the paper in front of me. I'm sorry.
Gotta
But
stick
yeah,
to
you
the
can have those
rules.
three
I get it.
things. But other than that, yeah. So we're gonna be sticking we take it very seriously being an ORL event, and we're gonna hope to keep it.
Beautiful. All right. So I know you were touching on something about the enduros as well that you wanted to make sure you hit on. You guys want to touch on that?
Dude, this is John.
Let's
Brown's
go,
race.
man.
We just fuck calling it the enduro race. We just call it the John Brown race.
Just the
right?
John Brown special, dude.
John
Oh
Brown
man.
Special, yes.
Yo, so okay. No shit, there I was in
Taking old Lincoln to
in
town.
Arkansas at the Float Life Fest 4?
5.
5. That was 5. Golly.
It's last
So
one.
yeah. So 5, and they did their endurance race. I'm like, oh, Shredfest, we gotta have it. So this year, for the first time ever, we're doing our own endurance race. So basically, the cliff notes is it's gonna be a 25-minute long race. The fast guys are gonna cover 9-ish miles, 10 miles if you're really going fast. But it is going to be so much fun. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Like, so the drone shots.
overwhelmed,
Go ahead.
really.
Go
Well,
ahead.
no. So
overwhelmed.
yeah, you're over.
I
Yeah, you're
am,
over.
like, it's
So
gonna
I
be
mean,
so
last
beautiful.
year. So last year, right before Oak City Shredfest 2, John Brown over here actually got a hold of a skid steer and made some new loops on float track. So not only will the enduro race incorporate those new loops, right? They also incorporate float track as a total. So it really is going to be a very, very fun race to be in. And also the cool thing is that everybody can be in it, right? So it doesn't matter what you ride, anything. You want to be an e-bike, you want to bring out your e-scooter, whatever. We got you on the enduro race. As I say that out loud, I just said that out loud. I'm sorry. I apologize. Not e-scooters. It's gonna be EUCs and one wheels.
It'll be one wheel self-balancing
Self-balancing vehicles. I
but
apologize.
It will be the Wild West. I mean, it's
Yeah.
gonna be you can have the
My
fast of the fast.
Yeah,
you
my
can
favorite
have-
part of this is the mass start. Right.
Right.
You've got a bunch of people just
lot of people out. Yeah,
starting
yeah.
in the field. Yeah, and
Those are dope looking.
Incorporate more of the property. But
Yeah,
And
it's gonna be
gonna
nuts.
neat
Shout out
because-
Cameron Ridge for probably the most epic intro ever on a cinematic one-wheel film when all of those
I
people
am
were coming
one-upping
through.
him this year.
We'll
You
see.
do it, yeah.
I am.
Do it. Do it. You know, there might be.
Wait.
I'm
What
bringing
do you
both
mean,
together.
Taylor? Wait, Taylor.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're gonna one up him this year? What do you mean? What are you gonna be doing at Oak City Shredfest this year?
I am going to be bringing both of my drones to get some really epic shots.
That's what we're gonna do.
That's
That's
what
all
we're
we're
gonna
gonna do.
do.
That's
Yeah.
it.
All you're
That's it.
doing?
That's it. That-
Yes.
Bringing
Yes.
drones?
Yes.
Man, I thought you were
Oh.
gonna be like, there I was on the one wheel course. Now, so the endurance course, it's gonna be phenomenal. It's long enough that the competitors, the really fast guys, are going to be able to navigate what we have laid out and then start doing the actual course in such a way that they'll probably have 1 or 2 laps in before like the conglomeration, like the herd shows up. So it's going to be more competitive than the float life race was for those top tier guys. And it's also going to be more fun for just people that want to do it to experience riding with 300 of your best friends, you know?
Yeah.
So
That'd be sick.
it's going to be, it's just going to be great in both
You guys should
worlds.
host
I'm really excited about it.
We should host a ride till I die race, which is just whoever's battery dies, like just ride it, the race.
I don't
And
know,
then
Stevie,
walk
it's
3
gotta be
miles
pretty
back.
rough.
Just go the whole time. Ride till I die.
I like that.
You know, don't tell me with a good time. So to that point, to like fun races. So remember, we talked earlier about the float track, and it's open to fun rides and things like that. So we've actually opened up to our sponsors, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, I think Pushback. Have you heard of Pushback Army? Are they a sponsor at all?
I think so.
Okay, all right, cool. So
Who's Pushback Army?
so-
Yeah, those weirdos.
yeah, well,
Oh.
they do this podcast. It's pretty cool. Some sexy guys get on it every now and again.
Oh,
Anyway, but
interesting.
about once a year. It should be more often. So,
Ouch.
Nailed it.
so the float track, right? It's going to be open for that entire Friday. Friday is open. So to our sponsors, you know, Float Life, Pushback Army, things like that, y'all are going to be able to contact me, give you an hour, hour and a half, whatever you want to do, and you can do an exhibition race. If Pushback Army wants to do an egg race where everyone has to balance an egg on a spoon and go around the float track, you can do that, you know?
Interesting.
I want to race.
So we're gonna do
You.
really
I don't-
fun races. In fact, the gentleman that does a lot of our wood carvings, he does like what's Wes's company name? It's Crafty Works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so he does
Minecraft,
Crafty
yeah.
Works. He does like a lot of the Oak City one wheel hats, like leather hats and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
around his
Crafty
desk, not
Works.
visible.
Give a shout out to him.
Yeah, that's his right there.
Okay, he does things like
Sick.
this.
Okay, beautiful.
Right there. Okay. And so instead of him setting up a table and sitting there selling stuff all week, he's going to host a fun race on the float track. Time TBD, but sometime Friday. And he'll host a race. If you want to do it, you find him. We're going to sign up. He's going to have a tent. And then you can do your races for an hour. Winner gets something like that. So it's a pretty sweet prize. He gets his
Amazing.
stuff, but he doesn't have to sit behind a table all weekend. So
Love
Pushback
it.
Army can totally do something fun like that.
Hey, I'm all for it. We'll come up with an
And-
idea.
We like
So,
fun.
so,
We
so
like
one
fun
of my
in the
races,
sun.
I'll be a little
Dildo
selfish. One of the races I really, really want to see, dude, is I want to
Where's
see a
Kyle
bunch
race?
of people on XRs or Pints in like Sequoia. I want to see them race in Sequoia because
I like
Pushback
this
kicks in at
idea.
like 10 miles an hour.
That
Oh my
actually
God,
sounds
it's
like
so fun.
Pushback Army. That's
It would
how
be
I feel.
appropriate. Yeah, yeah.
We're all
as long-
the pushback the entire
Maybe we
time.
could do like Sequoia and like a dildo unicorn race or something.
It's your
Why
time.
would anybody want to do that?
Only one. There's only one.
We could play like
I was saying we
yeah.
should play dong hole, but you know.
All
I mean,
right,
it's
so
true.
so you guys are hiding some squirrels too, right? Like
No.
it's still
No,
No.
it's not hidden. They're already there. They're already there. The squirrels live there, and you just got to find them. So we're not hiding anything.
I
There's
heard-
already
grab a
squirrels that
squirrel.
live there.
how many
Come on.
squirrels live there?
So I heard that floating realtor guy. He's a stud muffin that sells real estate in the Raleigh Triangle.
What a
area.
babe. Yeah.
Ka-ching.
He is hiding 5 squirrels.
Is he
hiding
or is he sponsoring 5 of them that live there?
He's hiding 5 in his
dude, the
pants.
squirrels live there. The plastic squirrels live in the woods.
Oh my god, dude, stay on, dude. You don't.
hey.
He's kind of a scavenger hunt, dude.
Yes, I know.
So
I'm
what are
very
you guys
aware.
Gonna do? What are you guys gonna do when I come up to like the admin tent with just 5 real squirrels?
So if you grab real squirrels, you grab live squirrels.
I will absolutely.
yeah, never seen anybody.
We will make you a koozie out of that squirrel.
We do not. Oaksy Shredder.
I will-
Oaksy Shredder
I'll
does
give
not
you a
condone
slap
any
koozie.
animal
She
cruelty.
will make you dumplings.
Listen, I will give somebody a slap koozie if they can slap it around the squirrel and get the squirrel
Oh
back.
my god.
No,
You just need a
dude.
slap koozie. It's all you need. I'll provide the slap
No.
koozie. You'll win it, and
No.
all you do is slap that
First, you're gonna bring
squirrel.
me a live squirrel.
Hey!
You will get a prize, but it is only one prize.
But hey,
Just for
Speaking,
the
so
picture.
speaking of
Jail.
Speaking of the squirrels, though, also check this out because I know you guys were saying like some vendors and prizes. Actually, our very own Taylor over here, he made some very exclusive for our tens of listeners. We made tens of very exclusive pushback coins. Kind of like they're
So yeah, so
they're
the
printed
mad
coins.
scientist,
I want
the co-creator of electrolytes, you know, the XR lights that change and pint
Yeah,
lights and
yeah.
pint lights,
And now
Maybe
VESC.
GT.
and pretty
coming
soon,
GT coming soon.
pretty
I sent
soon
it the
GT.
video.
Anyway, actually, you
Jared
you
got
can
it.
play the clip of the electrolytes. You remember they were changing, doing cool things.
Which one? Let me see if I got it here. Is it this?
I think they were yellow lights.
Two of them.
Hold on, let me
Yeah,
think. Yeah, let's check this one here. Ready?
We're just hijacking the
play?
dang
No,
podcast.
this is a
So
thing.
this
Okay.
stuff-
Oh, look at that pretty.
Oh man!
Wow.
Two of them.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
ski.
So the gentleman, that is Oak. Actually, that's Justin right there, right? So Oak City Shred Solutions exclusively sells those.
Yeah.
So you want to tell them about it real quick, and then I'll take back and talk about squirrels.
Yeah, absolutely. So for anyone that doesn't know what electrolytes are, they are a tail light and headlight replacement, but mainly tail light replaces the colors. It started a few years ago, and our tail lights went out in one of our boards, and you can't find the LEDs that Future Motion uses. So that was like the original kickstart to the whole idea, and then it evolved to the RGB setup, and now we've figured out pint. The pint and the GT there were a lot more hurdles for us to go through because we're reading code. It's more of a smart system, to say it that way. But GT is coming soon. We've had some big breakthroughs, and it's exciting. So I'm sure there'll be some demos at Oak City Shred Fest. To
Beautiful.
see
We're all about the demos.
Yeah, real quick. I need to go back.
to the squirrels.
Yeah, back to the squirrels. Bart Miller says squallet,
Shout out Jared Parker.
and I'm about having a squallet.
I want that squalor, baby.
I want that squallet, baby.
It better have like the pushback squirrel.
Okay,
Wait,
God,
what did
for
Bart
real
say?
though.
Can you repeat that?
Bart Miller said squallet.
Squallet.
Wallet.
Oh, it's Squirrel Wallet. Don't worry. Look, that's an 850
Thanks,
thing,
bro.
Bart. I see you.
That's a Florida thing.
Yeah,
We love you, Bart.
that's what I said, just in a different way, so people would understand
Because
it.
you're a Florida nerd.
I
John's from
do
Florida.
really
everyone.
want to.
Mikey,
I
you
do
get
really
my
want to
coat.
stress to the 21 people watching right now. Please do not attack the squirrels.
I mean,
Ooh, oh, bad.
only if you have a pushback slap koozie. It's the only way. If you got a pushback slap koozie, just make sure you get that.
So back to the
I want that
squirrels
back.
that live.
Who knows? The squirrel might be into it. Might be kinked.
The squirrels that live at Shredfest are made of plastic, so they're very obviously not living there.
The kids don't know that, man. You're like, what are you gonna tell your kids that Santa doesn't exist? Is that what's gonna happen?
I will
Listen,
just like you.
My kids are gonna be trying to find these things, so don't tell them it's fake or anything. They're going after them. My wife's like, hey,
exactly.
if
They're
I
real.
can't
They're
handle
real
our
squirrels,
kids anymore,
kids.
I'm sending them off
Kids,
to the
they're real
woods to go find some
okay?
squirrels.
You gotta hunt them.
Why
Hashtag
is
find
he-
these nuts.
He's gripping my hand so aggressively hard.
Hashtag find these nuts.
Y'all are getting full Supremo.
Is it DEEZ or these?
I don't know. I just said
He
it.
just said it. Okay, cool. Well, so these squirrels that live at the Shredfest grounds
At Lakeside Retreats.
at Lakeside Retreats, there's going to be how many? A lot.
Dozens.
So no, I think he said over 100 squirrels.
So that's more than that's like dozens.
That's
right?
technically
69
just-
squirrels.
There's gonna be like a
technically
5-gallon bucket worth of squirrels.
You are talking to the gentleman that found the most squirrels.
Huge,
Alright.
huge. Maybe we have a huge bucket.
Look, I've seen these squirrels. They are the most beautiful
The most
squirrels,
beautiful
you've
squirrels
ever
ever.
seen. I've
The
seen
beautiful-
squirrels before, and I've never seen squirrels this
Never
beautiful.
seen squirrels like this.
All right, so now that we've gone on this tangent, so these squirrels, 3D printed squirrels, they're beautiful. They're around Shredfest. They have different colors. Some of them, if you pick them up, they'll say on the bottom that they have a sponsor. Okay, could be a Pushback Army, could be Floating Realtor, could be the Float Life. If you find a sponsor squirrel, you go to whomever it says, and there may be prizes for you. Okay, so that's one way to get like cool stuff. You know, I'm buying some really cool stuff for giveaways. There's also the ultimate squirrel scavenger hunt prize, and we're having trophies made So if you are the lucky soul to find the most squirrels, sponsor squirrels, or just regular squirrels, you're going to get a prize. So it could be a tire, it could be bear. I mean, it could be anything.
Sounds
and
like
it
junk
could be
to
a
me.
really sweet trophy.
I got
So-
boxes. I got boxes. Of
Tell you
prizes.
what. Tell you what. If anyone comes to the pushback
Where?
booth, first thing I'm going to
Exactly.
say is like,
Tell me
your
before I
prize is I'm
leave.
taking your one wheel and just jet off with it.
Yeah,
I'm going to make it anti-prizes.
The prize for us will be go see Supremo. He's got a lightsaber for you.
Yeah.
What?
It's still off.
Damn it.
It times out and he doesn't realize it yet.
Every single time.
And
What?
But wear your costume for the May the 4th wire.
so, yeah, go ahead. Just whatever.
Yeah, you can't miss the
Oh,
May
yeah.
the 4th be with you group
Where are
ride.
we? Give us another question before this goes way off the rails.
Right?
Yeah, no, we're good. So honestly, I think wrapping up, like for one, like if we were to summarize everything, everyone listening into the show right now, like there have been significant improvements down to even like, all right, so we're like top media and stuff. Like there's actual people with badges, with media stuff. Like you're gonna be able to find people easier. The Stoke track, like the flow of things is a lot easier for access of things. It's an all over better experience, and it's an improvement of like, we'll call it people experience, right? The user experience there is a great improvement, which means you're going to be able to get to all of the things faster, quicker, and safer. And if rain happens, you've got it's not
That's
as bad.
if rain happens right now. There's a potential to worry about if rain doesn't happen. So there's so again on the whole, like if rain doesn't happen, make sure you bring your 2020 mask for dust. Because I'm gonna let you know that's gonna be required.
Well, I think the good synopsis would be everything you've experienced at Shredfest is going to be better than it has ever been.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, if there's rain, we're more prepared for that. If there's no rain, we're more prepared for that. Like, I mean, just everything's going to be better.
And we've got a lot more
So-
volunteers.
You
And
name it.
Yeah, hurricanes.
Yeah.
Tornadoes.
Bring it on, baby.
So
Real
if you were,
tornadoes,
Yeah.
we
Shout
got
out
it
to all of our
covered.
volunteers also.
If-
because
Yeah, sure.
This
Exactly.
is a community organized and run event, and not one person, not 5 people can do it. Right? It's
Not
a
even close.
huge
shout out to volunteers.
family, so everyone that's helping out.
There's
there's
more
people
than ever.
there's people nationwide coming to this. I mean, there's people from
Worldwide, baby.
World.
Worldwide.
And keep in mind, those volunteers are like our other riders of our group, or they're friends of us. Like our volunteers are gonna be like some great, nice people. It should go really well.
Ba-ding.
Shout
Oh,
out
now
Rev
that
Rats,
actually was
NLC.
Bodie this time.
They're- Rev Rats Float NLC, he's coming out.
Oh, there we go.
By the way, join our Telegram. I just had to jump in with that real quick.
Don't say.
Like, there's a Telegram for the event.
Oh, okay.
If you're gonna be there, join that. It's the best way to stay in touch. And a lot of us are really active on checking that
Yeah.
when we're around the fest and stuff like that. We have a
So check it
Telegram.
out, right? Our last minute ticket buyers, right? All those people out there who have not
Yes.
bought their
There are a
ticket
lot
yet.
of them. I think,
There's
5,
a
6,
lot of
7 a day?
listen.
Something like
I
that.
know there's a lot of you out there who've not bought your tickets yet. You haven't bought your tickets yet. Why not?
You're
Why don't
gonna,
you buy
you're
your
gonna pay
ticket?
more if you wait till tomorrow, baby.
Pay your ass.
So-
So check this out. Let's do this. I'm putting you on the fly here, Supremo. What about that pushback special code that people can use? And let's set a timeline on this. I want to set what is today? It is this Thursday? Yeah. Let's set a 7-day window.
There you go.
What's the code? And what do they get?
Ooh, what's the code? I'll let D-Dom pick the code. What's the code?
Saucy.
Saucy. Ooh, saucy.
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 How do you
All right.
spell saucy?
Yeah,
I
spell
expected
it.
Steezy, but okay.
Steezy,
Steezy
saucy.
is better. Steezy.
Go ahead, spell it.
Don't make
Steezies
it
are
hard, dude.
common.
Get out of
S-A-U.
here, John.
S-A-U.
C.
You get the whole float track.
Why?
Yeah.
Like you get-
S-A-U-C-Y. S-A-U-C-Y. That'll go active here as soon as we end this call, and then be live till Monday.
Yep.
And that'll give you 20% off. But the other thing is that tomorrow prices go up, so you need to reach out to a squirrel or use this code right here that we just gave you now, Saucy,
You know, if any
to
locals
keep
are
the prices
watching-
here.
If any,
Keep it
locals,
so-
if
so-
any locals are watching, come out Saturday to help us on the float track. We're gonna be out
Yeah,
there
yeah,
working
yeah.
and shredding. It's
This
gonna be
this
great.
this local Saturday, like as in the 22nd. We're gonna be
Yeah.
out there in the morning, before the rain. So come on out and help us out with. It's not a lot of work, right? I mean, it's just a lot of little light stuff. It's just a lot of little hand tooling and just moving just some small stuff around.
So yes. So Saturday is the last official work day. We're going to be polishing. We're going to be making the track just beautiful, mint, beautiful to ride. Putting signage up, just really, really simple stuff. Guys, if you haven't, go ahead, buy your ticket. It's going to be like the Shredfest is the craziest festival because you can go for the community and just ride it 2 miles an hour, learn to ride, do whatever, have the best time, enjoy some great music and great friends. Or you can go and be as extreme as you want and ride as fast as you want. Like, it's the only place I've seen in the one-wheel world that has a true mix of both. So come on out. It's going to be a great time. There's love. Like, you're going to be around 400, 500 of your best friends and just hanging on out.
Yeah, that's the best thing that we've heard so much about, and that's something that like that moves me the most, keeps me going and doing this every year, is that people feel like family the second they come to Oak City Shredfest, and that's like the biggest thing. And that's also something that's cool about the people that are here too, you know, is that like Justin, myself, we've been doing this. Justin and myself have been doing this since the inception of Oak City One Wheel and doing it, you know, literally the creators of this other thing. And then you have we have D-Dom, who was here last year, who kind of joined the One Wheel world prior to Oak City Shredfest, and then came in as like a staff member of Oak City Shredfest, so only had experienced it as staff, if you will, right? Which we got two who have experienced Oak City Shredfest as guests, and not only, and then now have moved up to doing now on a staff level.
Yeah.
And that's I think for me that's been the most exciting thing about it, is that like seeing their perspective of it and then getting there so that we've been able to change.
Yeah, I've
things.
ridden the absolute piss out of it ever since Shredfest 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
It had,
Last
I was
year's
just there one
Shredfest
day and
was
that's
my
exactly
first
what I
event
did.
ever. So,
Same.
Hell yeah.
and it's my favorite, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, I like all the events. Everybody's cool and all that shit. But Oak City was my OG. It's my OG. And
Okay.
I'm
Love you,
super
I-
excited
I got
to go back.
a question for the questioner here. So why is
Uh-oh.
Oak City different than the other festivals you've attended?
I think a lot of it for me has to do with like actually the property, not only the vibe, because like obviously the culture of the festival follows the leadership of the festival, and so you guys have great culture. You're really cool, and that shows in all the things that you do. The races are awesome. You guys give a fuck about the races, which is cool, but you also give a fuck about the general like vibe and fun and have things to do and plenty of time to rest and
We
all the
always
things
hang
you
out.
guys do to take really good care of that property just shows. And then the group ride that we did last year through Raleigh was the best group ride I've ever been on. Well planned, good stuff.
God damn it.
If it wasn't going to get any better this year, we have lightsabers. I mean,
Yeah.
May the 4th is so.
I'm so excited.
So for
Wait, what day?
for y'all that are gonna be showing up for the May the 4th ride on Thursday, we are having prizes. We are having legitimate custom-made prizes for it. So get trophies. I'm sorry, trophies. Like, it's gonna be insane. You're gonna have guys with these crazy lightsabers.
What? Dude, don't ever touch your lightsaber. It's dangerous.
Good thing it was
boy.
off. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. This is what I
There was
gonna
one
get from
last little point about float track that I wanted to drive home, because we were talking about how
Yeah.
extreme it is now. We still keep in mind like all skill levels with float track. You know, like we said, it's going to be open that whole time.
Kids ride it.
But like
My
it's
kids
still
ride
his kids ride it. His kid rides it all the time. Like it's kid friendly. It's fun. If there's something that's scary, there's a way around it. It might penalize you when you're riding fast if you're going around something scary. But yeah.
And to that point, so another thing we didn't touch on, I'm not going to take too much time on, but so we have Float Track Loop 1. We also have a Loop 2. Okay, so Loop 2 is going to be incorporated this year, and I'm incorporating it in the finals in such a way that's never happened in One Wheel before. Okay, so the final races are going to have a 3-lap race for 3 laps of the float track. However, that Loop 2 that coincides with Loop 1, right? It's figure 8. We've made it so the racers can strategically choose when to use Loop 2. So in the 3-lap race, you have to use Loop 2 one of those 3 laps. Okay,
And what's that
it's
called?
a 3-person lap. It's called a Joker lap. Okay,
Joker lap.
So it's a 3-person race. So let's
have that in
say
Mario Kart.
let's say you like get a bad start and you're stuck behind the 2 leaders. You can take your Joker lap first and get ahead of those guys, right? Because they're gonna have to take it later, and you'll have a clear track for the whole thing. So we're trying to incorporate another level of strategy that's never been seen in any professional one-wheel race ever. So it's
I like
going to
it.
be really neat to see.
And
Any turtle shells or banana peels or anything?
Yeah.
For this whole
Those are
Joker
coming
lap
at
idea.
Shredfest 4.
We did a trial run of this Joker lap this past weekend, and from a racer's perspective, it's so fun. And like when we were doing it, I strategically changed when I took the Joker lap, and it made for a different race every time, but with some consistency throughout it. I know that's conflicting, right?
Well, for
it-
instance-
what I'll say, like
it's
you come
fun.
out of it
It's
faster.
fun.
You hit. I don't know what the good name of it, but Bodie and Bart's like feature.
don't have a jazzy name yet.
Yeah, we know. Bodie, Bart, get on that. Like, name your feature. Come on, what's wrong with you? When
Jazz
you
hands
come
like
out of lap 2, you hit that at a better angle, and I think that's why it's causing our Strava times to be better
Well-
when we do the lucky or the Joker loop. Our Strava times are better. But I think you just have this fast into the berm of their feature, and you come back, you hit the jump, you hit another berm, and you just buzz right out.
The berm
It's
shifts
really
to the
cindy.
left side, and
So-
that's the higher, faster side.
So
Right.
to what Justin was
Instead
saying,
whip
so
around
I ran a test run this last weekend where we had 3 or 4 riders. Justin was pushing a little hard and he came off of his board. Like I think it was first lap. So the other guys kind of got ahead. And they all took the Joker lap, so he didn't, right? He stuck to the float track and got way ahead. So he was literally leading the race. And he got, I think, 2 laps in and then hit the Joker lap. But he had a clear track. So it was really cool because when the loop 2 and loop 1 converged, he was like 5 seconds behind. I mean, he had caught up so much because he had clear real estate that he was able to be back in the pack. And this figure 8 convergence, those last 200 feet of float track are going to be unlike anything anyone's ever seen in one wheel.
I'm excited
Yeah, dude, I'm
for
pumped.
it.
Super.
The
pumped.
vibes, the racing, I mean, everything about it. So literally, get your tickets. I got a graphic made just for you guys in this little bit of time for people to know. Like, if you haven't bought your freaking ticket, listen, Pushback's going to be there. Makers PV is going to be there. All of your sponsors, the Float Life, people worldwide are coming to this event. I mean, we're talking a good ass weekend. We're talking May the 4th ride. We're gonna be blading sabers out. I got 4 lightsabers coming with me, man.
Dude,
like we've got a lot of fun. Don't miss it.
It is the best.
The best.
The best. The number one.
Absolute best.
Dude.
Number 1. DJs.
Absolutely the best fun.
Stoke Park. All of it. So yeah. We
also have and they actually just came here today right before we got on the show, so we can show these off. So we actually have even color coding for the staff members that are going to be working. So when you're at Oak City Shredfest, you'll be able to actually know what's going on. So you have our beer. We got our beer staff right here.
So we are just all in all a more legit event. We're even going to have Oak City Shredfest
You show
barricade
this.
tape.
Show this right.
I don't care. No, you
Nice.
held it up.
Oh, I held it.
You had
Yeah,
no
right.
context. You're like,
I just
you're
held
like,
it.
"Hey, it's great."
I did do that.
Okay, no. Oak City Shredfest barricade tape. Like the level, it's a premium event.
Did they just
Premium
hijack
race.
your like closeout? Is that
Oh,
what
we totally
happened?
just did.
totally did.
But we also
you're
have
good.
the
Close out.
orange. We also have the orange for general staff, and then we got the green for like us, everybody here that works on this all year long. So if you really need to know the final questions, look for green, and then we'll be able to answer those questions for you. So Oak City Shredfest is going to be insane this year. And as you can see here, we're a little more professional with the mics this year, so we're a little bit more
It
professional.
sounds so much better.
It's a
People are
little
actually going to
better.
come back and listen to this without complaining. Saying,
Right?
Oh my
Oh, I'm
gosh!
definitely
can
I
you
know we're
fix the
excited to
mics?"
share this one this year.
And
No, we're-
just for our future selves, when we rewatch this, we've got 409 tickets sold right now, 186 racers signed up. Oh, do we have more
100,
on the website?
186. No, 409's good. Yeah. Oh no, nope.
Sounds
No, I
good.
apologize.
Oh,
That's not
yeah,
true.
please.
No, it's 410.
410.
with.
Oh, it's a little slow on the uptake.
It's
on
not
that.
automatic. I wish
Yeah.
it was. It's
It's
187. So
Oh,
yeah, there you go. 410 and 187
alright.
tickets.
Too bad it
There
wasn't
you go.
420. Come on, quick.
Right,
Go buy
10 more tickets. 10 more tickets. We can get that
can
tonight.
still happen.
Come on,
Let's do it.
That's a goal tonight. You can do that tonight. Come on, everybody. If you're listening to this, or if anybody that help us
There
get
it
it,
is, there it is,
tonight. 10
there
more
it
tickets
is.
tonight.
There they are.
Code
We
Saucy
couldn't not
will
do
be
it.
live
I mean,
after
obviously.
the
Look
podcast.
at this code right here. I set this up. Put this up, Taylor. Saucy.
There you go.
All right. 20%.
Saucy. Oh, what is that squirrel?
What is that squirrel? I don't know.
Supposed to
What
be
is
a
that
sticker one
squirrel?
day.
What a cool
That's the
squirrel.
exact inverse of what I asked for, but it makes so much sense.
Now listen. All right.
Oh, the acorn with the.
The acorn with the or the acorn helmet on a skull is what I said earlier. I didn't
It's
know this
420.
existed.
These guys are gonna
I
move
bet
on
you
this.
did.
Get
I bet you already said that.
420 tickets sold. We got 10 tickets to go. All right.
10,
tickets.
10,
Come on.
10,
10
420.
tickets to go.
10.
Share with your
Oh, yeah.
friends like you're sharing
we're
that
just
doobie
gonna
right
sit
now.
here.
What is this?
That's
American
all that
Shopping
happens.
Network.
Yeah.
We're gonna just stay
We're gonna
live.
stay live. We'll stay live right here. We're gonna keep drinking until you get 10 tickets. So you buy 10 tickets. We're gonna keep drinking. We got beer here.
We'll
There
do
they
shotguns for each
No,
ticket
There's our
sold.
buddies.
Oh, bye.
We got beer
I don't know what
and
happened.
lightsabers. This is Oak City, okay? Just be
They got too crazy.
That's
I-
pretty much what
I hate to feed John Zigo, but like that turned on first try for him.
Right.
You know?
Well, no, yeah, because it didn't have that.
You guys,
I
your
used to
camera
wheel
is
the thing
gone,
up,
guys.
Fail.
Your,
Please
your
fail.
camera's gone. I can't see any of you anymore. I don't know what
Oh,
you did.
no.
That's what I'd say.
You unplugged something.
Dude, y'all are
No.
so good at just ruining the
Wow,
mood.
all looks so
Bro,
good.
I literally cannot see you. You're gone.
But you can hear us. Just,
you can
just
see- all right.
follow the sound of my voice.
Whoop, whoop.
No,
I know.
now
I'm
you've done
just
it.
trying to-
I
Now I
well,
have trees. It's beautiful. This is exactly
on
what
that-
I wanted
on
to
that
see.
what was on that bombshell?
And on
This
that
is
bombshell.
good night.
Goodbye, everyone.
Ah, yeah.
My God.
Once
Yeah.
again,
Taylor, you guys rock. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we
the
really
tailgate,
do.
baby.
See you soon, boys.
We're gonna see y'all.
Take it easy, guys. We love you.
Let's go.
Happy holiday.
Happy
We're gonna go ride. Honestly,
Yeah, we're right. Look,
Yeah.
we're actually going right.
we are actually going riding.
Ride. Buy those 10 tickets. Buy 1,000
10
tickets.
by midnight.
10 tickets by
Use
minute.
The code saucy.